out-of-control balloons. The whole group is playing ball in the backyard. Bob misses a kick, and the ball rolls toward the fence. Agnes runs after it. As she bends down to pick up the ball, she notices a bunch of balloons tied nearby. Curious, Agnes grabs the balloon string and gives it a tug. A gust of wind blows in, yanking the balloons hard and making Agnes stumble. She holds on tightly, then she's lifted completely off the ground, her feet kicking in the air. Gru turns around, startled, and runs toward her. He reaches for Agnes's legs but slips. Agnes rises higher, drifting away from the yard. Gru runs underneath, jumps again, and manages to grab Agnes's legs. He's dragged a few steps across the grass. The minions rush in to hold on to Gru, forming a line to pull him back. The balloons shake violently. Dr. Nefario runs over and quickly ties the string to a large rock. The balloons slowly descend. Agnes gently touches the ground. The wind calms. Agnes looks at everyone and smiles. Planting trees in the garden, morning. In the garden, Poppy holds a small shovel, digs a nicely sized hole. Agnes holds a young sapling, gently places it into the hole. Poppy fills the soil neatly, pats it down lightly. Agnes waters it just enough. The plant stands upright. Nearby, a group of minions also starts planting. One minion digs a hole too deep. Another drops the plant straight in. A third minion dumps soil in all at once. Dirt splashes everywhere. The minion's plant starts wobbling. The minions hold the plant together. It stands for a moment. A brief silence. The plant collapses with a thud. Poppy and Agnes turn back. Look at their plant, still standing strong. Then they look at the minion's plant. Agnes covers her mouth, smiling. Poppy shakes her head, smiling.
The Banana Tower Building Contest. An afternoon in the backyard. Agnes and Edith stand on one side. Two minions stand opposite them. Agnes plus Edith on one team. Two minions on the other team. In front of each team is a pile of bananas. The contest begins. Team Agnes. Edith. Agnes stacks the bananas very carefully. The tower is slightly crooked, but still standing. Team Minions. The two minions stack very quickly. The banana pile grows tall. Both towers rise higher and higher. Edith sneaks over, gently pulls out one banana. The minion's tower tilts slightly. The two minions panic and fix it. One minion looks over. Right arrow spots. Edith. Right arrow smirks. Slyly, right arrow. The minion sneaks back and pulls one banana from Agnes's team. Right arrow. Crash, right arrow. Both towers collapse at the same time. Bananas roll all over the yard. The whole group sits on the ground in the yard, eating bananas, laughing happily. Translation. Rescuing a minion stuck in a water pipe. A large water pipe lies next to a wall. A curious minion bends down to peek in the pipe. Looks around. No one is paying attention. The minion sticks his head in first. Then his whole body slides in. The minion gets stuck in the middle of the pipe. Legs kick wildly, arms flail. Another minion hears the noise and looks inside. Only two round eyes spinning inside the pipe. More minions come running. Two minions pull the legs. One minion pushes from the other side, not moving at all. One minion gets an idea, runs off and comes back with a bottle of soap, pours a huge amount of soap into the pipe. The minions line up behind the pipe and take a deep breath. Push together! Whoosh! The stuck minion shoots out of the pipe like a rocket. The minion lands straight into a bucket of water. Wearing a bucket on his head, Busy Butt gives a thumbs up.
Okay.
The other minions clap and dance happily.
An afternoon by the lake. The lake is calm, a light breeze blowing. The whole group is fishing along the shore. Gru sits on a chair. The minions stand behind. Peeking around curiously, the bobber twitches. Gru stares intently. The bobber sinks. Gru jerks the rod up. Nothing. Gru exhales. A minion gets impatient, pulls the rod to help Gru. The rod shakes violently. The minions crowd in to pull everyone's strains together. The rod bends to its limit. Everyone is tense. Whip, pulling up. An old boot. Dripping water. The whole group freezes. Agnes tilts her head. Looks at the boot. One minion laughs first. The whole group bursts out laughing. Gru looks at the boot. Sighs just then. The nearby bobber jerks hard. Agnes bends down, gently lifts the rod. A small fish jumps out of the water. Agnes beams. The minions gape. The fish flops wildly, falls back into the lake. Agnes looks surprised. The minions laugh uncontrollably.
Minions troll the scientist. An afternoon in the laboratory. The scientist stands in front of a large machine he has just invented, looking very proud. Two minions sneak up behind him, staring at the buttons. First minion peels off the start and stop button. Labels, skip minion. Sticks the labels back on, but swaps them. Minions look at each other, grin mischievously, then tip away. The scientist turns back, looks at the control panel. He reads the labels, nods, presses the start button. A brief silence. The machine shakes violently. From! Paper bursts out all over the room. Paper flies everywhere, covering the scientist's face. Panicking, he presses stop. The paper shoots out even harder. Paper piles up to knee height. Gru walks into the room and takes in the scene. Gru rushes over and switches off the power. The scientist emerges from a pile of paper, glasses crooked. The two minions hide behind the machine, covering their mouths and laughing.
Edith stuck in the trash bin. Edith walks slowly at the back of the group. Her eyes dart left and right, full of mischief. She stops in front of a large trash bin. She glances around, making sure no one is watching. She climbs in. The lid immediately snaps shut. Agnes stops. She doesn't see Edith. The minions scatter, searching, looking behind benches, looking under trees. No one is there. From afar, a garbage truck appears, moving slowly, getting closer. Gru sees the truck. His eyes shift to the trash bin on the curb. He freezes. Gru runs over. The minions chase behind. Dr. Nefario steps forward, opens the control panel at the back of the truck. The lifting lever starts to operate. The lid flips open. Edith slides out. The minions stretch their arms to catch her. Edith lands safely on the ground. The minions collapse onto the ground, exhausted.
Rescuing a minion stuck to a magnet. The whole group walks along casually. One minion walks ahead, suddenly stops, looks down at the ground. A large magnet lies by the roadside. The minion bends down, picks it up, turns it around curiously. The magnet pulls in small metal pieces from road. The minion is delighted. The minion keeps walking while playing with it. Brings the magnet close to everything. They pass by a metal pole along street. Clack! The magnet snaps tightly on the pole. The minion pulls his hand back. It won't come off. Two other minions rush over, try to pull him away. The more they pull, the more he sticks. The minion is dragged in, hugging the pole tightly, feet dangling in the air. The whole group gathers around in a panic. Seeing this, Gru runs off to find another magnet. Flips the polarity. Gru brings the magnet closer. Clack! The minion pops free from the pole. The minion falls and sits on the road. Eyes spinning. Gru exhales in relief. The whole group bursts out laughing. Rescuing a minion stuck on a playground slide. An afternoon at the park. A minion climbs up the slide. Sits down, ready to slide. The minion pushes off. Slides down a short distance. Gets stuck in the middle of the slide. The minion wiggles. Can't slide further. Can't climb back up. The minion waves for help. Other minions look up. Panic one minion climbs up from the top, gives a gentle push. Doesn't bud. Another minion pushes from below. The slide shakes slightly. Still stuck. The whole group stands there, confused. The scientist walks over, holding a bottle of soap. He pours soap onto the slide. Soap flows down. The slide becomes shiny and slippery. The minion starts sliding faster and faster. Whoosh! Thump! The minion crashes straight into the group below. The whole group piles up on top of each other, burst out laughing. Edith stuck in the trash bin. Edith walks slowly at the back of the group. Her eyes dart left and right, full of mischief. She stops in front of a large trash bin. She glances around, making sure no one's watching. She climbs in. The lid immediately snaps shut. Agnes stops. She doesn't see Edith. The minions scatter, searching, looking behind benches, looking under trees. No one is there. From afar, a garbage truck appears, moving slowly, getting closer. Gru sees the truck. His eyes shift to the trash bin on the curb. He freezes. Gru runs over. The minions chase behind. Dr. Nefario steps forward, opens the control panel at the back of the truck. The lifting lever starts to operate. The lid flips open. Edith slides out. The minions stretch their arms to catch her. Edith lands safely on the ground. The minions collapse onto the ground, exhausted. The great cleanup battle. Gru's house is neat and quiet. Gru steps outside and closes the door. Inside, 3 minions look at each other and grin mischievously. One minion opens the flower cabinet. Poof! Flour explodes, covering the house in white. Another minion pours paint onto the floor, slips and falls, leaving a long, colorful streak. The third minion eats bananas and throws the peels everywhere. Fast cuts, comedic rhythm. The house slowly turns into a battlefield. The door opens. Gru freezes. The camera pans across the chaos. Flour, paint, bananas, wrecked furniture. Gru crosses arms, frowns, and taps his foot. He points at the floor. Clean up! A minion grabs a mop and slips and falls, dragging a bucket of wash along. Another minion vacuums and accidentally sucks up a banana. A minion wipes the window. The more he wipes, the blurrier it gets. The more they clean, the messier it becomes. Gru sighs and picks up a broom to demonstrate. The minions watch, then seriously copy him. The house gradually becomes clean again. Poppy spots danger. On a warm, sunny afternoon in the garden, Agnes sat on the grass, carefully stacking her colorful building blocks. Stuart and Bob were playfully tossing a banana back and forth. Poppy stood a little ways off, watering the plants while keeping an eye on the whole yard, humming softly as she worked. Suddenly, Poppy noticed a box precariously placed up high. She tilted her head, eyes wide, watching. A gentle breeze blew, and the box wobbled. Panicked, Poppy whipped to warn everyone. The box began to slide down. Stuart and Bob shouted, collided, and tumbled on the grass. Agnes froze, clutching her toys. Poppy rushed over and pulled Agnes back just in time. Crash! The box hit the ground, luckily missing everyone. The group let out a sigh of relief, still wide-eyed from the shock.